Hi, my name is Corey Biazzo, and I'm a practicing American civil litigation attorney, and you are watching Executive Coup. In today's episode, we're going to briefly discuss the Trump administration's first status report filed regarding another removal of an individual from the United States in violation of the U.S. Constitution's Fifth Amendment guarantee of procedural due process as covered in Episode 19. As a reminder, the Fifth Amendment due process requires the federal government to give reasonably advanced and clear written notice of the government's intention to take life, liberty, or property from an individual, and that the individual be provided with the opportunity to reasonably challenge the government's allegations about the individual and the government's alleged legal authority to take life, liberty, or property from an individual before it is in fact taken from an individual by the government. Very foundational constitutional law principle. Due process provides a check on the government for a review of the factual allegations and legal arguments of the government and the individual before a final decision impacting the life, liberty, or property of a person is made. In 1993, in a case captioned Reno versus Nevada, the late Justice Antonin Scalia wrote the majority opinion of the U.S. Supreme Court and stated, quote, "It is well established that the Fifth Amendment entitles aliens to due process of law in the context of removal proceedings. This means that the U.S. Constitution applies to all individuals who are physically located within the United States, regardless of their citizenship status or their immigration status or otherwise. The U.S. Supreme Court is the final authority on issuing legally binding interpretations of the U.S. Constitution. Tune out the hype about the Constitution only applying to U.S. citizens, because it's simply not true." In the May 28, 2025 status report regarding an individual from Guatemala that was illegally removed by the Trump administration to Mexico, the government stated, quote, "Consistent with the court's May 23, 2025 order requiring an update as to the status of the individual's return, defendants report the Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Removal Operations Phoenix Field Office is currently working with ICE Air to bring the individual back to the United States on air charter operations flight return leg." While this appears to be a step taken in the right direction, following the legal pressure being applied to the government in the illegal deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, covered in Episode 3, and others, and the illegal deportations of individuals to South Sudan, covered in Episode 15, this could just be the beginning of the Trump administration beginning its stalling tactics, as we've seen before in other cases. However, keep following Executive Coup for further updates on this matter and others related to the apparent executive coup attempt that is unfolding in the U.S. federal government at the direction of President Donald J. Trump. Thank you.